Properties of multiplication of integers. So 6 properties I'll explain in briefly from this multiplication of integers. The first one is closure property. Closure property. So when you come to this closure property, the multiplication of two integers is always an integer. Multiplication, we are seeing the properties of multiplications. So let us take any two integers. So one integer is m, another integer is n. Then if m is an integer, n is also an integer, then m into n is also an integer. There's a closure property, right? Just you can see the example. 2 is an integer and minus 4 is integer. Then 2 into minus 4, that is minus 8. So we know that even minus 8 also is an integer. So product of any two integers, the result is also in integer. Okay, that is the closure property. Next, commutative property. So this is the commutative. So when you come to this commutative property or commutativity, we can call this. So let us according to this property, if m and n are two integers, okay, say m comma n are integers. If there are two integers, then if you multiply m into n, that is exactly equals to n into m. Okay, if you multiply both, m into n is exactly equals to n into m. Now this is the commutative property. It exists. Let us take minus 2 comma 3 are the two integers. So then minus 2 into 3 or 3 into minus 2. We'll get same answer. You check this. Minus 2 into 3 is minus 6. 3 into minus 2 also minus 6. One is negative, one is positive. So negative we got as we discussed previous. Commutative property is if m and n are two integers, then m into n is equals to n into m. Not only this 2 minus 2 comma 3, any example you take, the commutative property exists for this, right? And next one, associative property. So when you come to this associative, okay, so associative property or associativity, again. And when you come to this, according to this property, let us take three integers. So L, M, N. If L comma M comma N are three integers, if these three integers, then we can exist one rule here. So L into M into N, that is equals to L into M into N. First we'll multiply M into N, we'll multiply with L, then L into M, then into N also you'll get the same. Okay, let us take in the place of L, M, N, let me take 5, 3, 2. Okay, just check this rule now. That is 5 into 3 into 2, right? Or 5 into 3 into 2. You must get the same result in both the sides. 3 into 2, first in the bracket you multiply 6, okay, into 5. Here is a 5 into 3 is 15 into 2. Then 5 into 6, okay, this is 30, and 15 into 2 also is 30. It existed, same we got, right? So if L, M, N are the three integers, then L into, in bracket M into N is equals to L into M into N. So associative property or associativity exists here. And one more is a distributive property. So associative also is exist for this integers. When you come to the distributive, okay, distributive property or distributivity, we can same. Let's take L, M, N are the three integers, same thing. Then according to this distributive, L into M plus N, that is exactly equals to L into M plus L into N. So L is distributing to M and N, the meaning of, that's why you can call it as a distributive property. right? Let us take with example. Same here. 532. If I take 532, that means 5 into 3 plus 2 is equals to 5 into 3 plus 5 into 2. We'll get the same result. Okay, 3 plus 2 is 5 into 5 is this side. 5 into 3 is 15 plus 5 into 2 is 10 in the bracket. Now this is 25, 15 plus 10 also 25. It exists. So according to this property, if L, M, N are the three integers, then is the rule. L into M plus N is exactly equals to L into M plus L into N is the distributive. They are the four properties, and fifth one is a multiplicative identity. One is a identity and inverse. So this multiplicative identity means with what number if you multiply you get the same. Okay, for example 5 is a number or 5 is an integer. What number if you multiply we'll get again same 5. Obviously it is 1, right? 5 into 1 only 5. Okay, for every integer, any integer, we have that integer into 1, we'll get the same integer. So if we take every integer a into 1 is equals to a, it is. That only is equals to 1 into a. Same 1 into a also same it is. That's why we can call 1 is the multiplicative identity. Okay, this 1 is the multiplicative identity. If any number, any integer, if you multiply with 1, we'll get the same number. That's why 1 is the multiplicative identity. And one more is the inverse. So this is multiplicative inverse. So this existence of multiplicative identity is 1. And when it come to the inverse, okay, let us take 5 is an integer. What if you multiply, you'll get 1. 5 into dash is 1. Yeah, obviously this is 1 by 5. 5 into 1 by 5 only 1. That is the inverse. So if a is an integer and 1 by a is 1. So what number if you multiply you'll get identity, that is the inverse. Right? Is a simple. So for any integer a, its multiplied inverse will be 1 by a. So that a into 1 by a is equals to 1. The multiplicative identity. So multiplicative identity we should get. So 1 by a is the multiplicative inverse. Or for 1 by a is the multiplicative inverse. Same. And for 1, multiplicative inverse is 1 itself. Because 1 into 1 is 1. Same. For the negative 1 also, 1 by negative 1. Same. That means negative 1 into negative 1. For 1, multiplicative inverse is 1. For even negative 1 also, multiplicative inverse is negative 1 itself. For remaining or reciprocal, just you can take that reciprocal. Okay, if 3 is an integer and 1 by 3 is the multiplicative inverse to get multiplicative identity. Okay, these are the 6 rules we'll apply for this properties of multiplication of integers. So as we discuss multiplication of integers, now we'll see division of integers and properties of division of integers also.